Welcome back to the official TikTok of the National Association of Medical Examiners. This is our new account. The old one got deleted. If you were following us, please follow us here on the new one. I promised we would explain this thing, and so let's go ahead and explain it. This pertains to a GSW homicide case that I autopsied. However, I did not generate this directly. So the attorneys in preparation for trial wanted an exhibit, and so they sent me a foam head and some knitting needles and asked me to put them where the holes were to show the trajectory. Now, I did this under protest. This is not the shape of the person's head, and this was months after the fact, where we designate trajectory in autopsy reports based on the anatomical position, which is a standardized position in science and medicine that assumes a person is standing up, facing forward, their arms are at their sides, and their palms are facing forward. Nobody dies in that position. Nobody is autopsied in that position. That is the position that we give all directionality relative to, so that someone can mentally transpose it in their mind. And so the trajectories in my report that I was working with were generalities. They read front to back, left to right, and downward, or back to front, right to left, and upward. We don't do angles and things like that. So you give me a head that does not correspond to the decedent's head, and I'm working off generalities, and now I have an exhibit that you want me to show that has no real relationship to reality at all. And so what I did was I followed their request, and then I photographed it from all directions. I uploaded those photos to the case file. Then I typed an email explaining why this is not useful, totally irrelevant, has no foundation in the reality of the autopsy findings, and is probably misleading. Sent that to the prosecutors, screenshot that email, and uploaded that to the photos of the case file, so that way it's discoverable, meaning that the defense attorneys, when they request the photos from the case, also get my email explaining why this shouldn't be going on. Should not be used in the trial. That case did ultimately settle without going to trial, so I think a plea was probably taken. So that's what this is. It's not a knitting needle homicide, and it is barely a gunshot wound homicide case in this. So there you go. That is the story of this, and I keep it around it as a teaching example of what not to ask your forensic pathologist to do.